Hello and welcome. Every year, college football teams across the country have practices in the spring to prepare for the upcoming fall season. At Shepherd, the football athletes and coaches look forward to this time as an opportunity to not only improve, but also to have a little bit of fun. The spring season ends with the annual spring game, an inter-squad scrimmage that is open to family, friends, and fans who want to enjoy some off-season football. Here is a look at what happened this year at Shepherd's spring game.
So overall, being my first spring at Shepherd, it was definitely an experience. I've been involved in 2 other spring seasons before, one of them being COVID. So really, from a true coaching perspective, my second spring. But, it was a good time overall. Obviously, had a lot of guys graduate from that 2021 regional title squad. So a lot of young, fresh faces, kind of became more involved. And it's always a lot of fun kind of, trying to go back a little bit to the fundamentals. Obviously, you have younger guys, so you're taking things a step slower, and, you're kind of explaining things a little further than you normally would with, would graduate 30-something seniors last year, so definitely some differences there. But overall, obviously having Tyson back made things great. In terms of, where do we need further improvement, I mean, just kind of getting back to the fact that we were young. I had some guys that was their first time seeing significant playing time at all was this spring, so you're coming to team practice sessions, having, really Ryan Beach and Tyson Bajan, as far as quarterback receivers, which is where I was focused this spring, being the only 2 big contributors that are coming back. So that was definitely a challenge, but it's fun, in a lot of ways. So obviously we get some alignment issues at times, just young guy mistakes, busting a route but that's stuff that gets cleaned up with reps and was cleaned up as the spring went along. Spring game, is kind of like in a lot of ways, you don't want to let that define, your spring season. I mean, it's really just practice number 15, in a lot of ways. So that's kind of how we, I try to look at it, try to get those guys to look at it. But obviously, you got the, you have the announcer, you got the fans, you got the game uniforms on. So it's definitely a different thing. We had a lot of reps for the ones. Tyson, I think, had, a touchdown pass or 2. Ronnie Brown had 3 touchdowns on the day. So some of our big-time guys coming back that we're going to lead on next year, were productive offensively, which was good to see. Defensively, Kyle Smith, returner, Malik Holloway, they were, getting after us in the pass rush, all spring long. And, those are 2 productive guys. I think they had a good spring game too. So, a lot of the guys that you think we're going to rely on next year kind of stepped up in some big ways, so that's good to see. Kind of building up off of what I've been saying, there's a lot of guys, new faces going to be coming up, making plays for the Rams. Obviously out of necessity because we've, like I've said for a dozen times now, we've lost a lot of guys, but, obviously we got the most important guy coming back, Harlan Hill Trophy winner Tyson Bajan. So a quarterback being right, takes care of a lot of, worries you have as a coach. So, we're going to lean on Tyson, but we're going to build it great around him. I think we have great pieces with us now, and, whatever pieces we need to add, we're going to do that. And I expect the Rams to be contenders once again in 2022.